question around general direction.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, we all have this beautiful capability that we can connect directly to somebody else's higher self, or what many people will call their soul or their spirit. And that's the part of you that generates your intuition. It's a all-knowing part of you, so it's connected to everyone else and everything else and all future events and all likely outcomes. So it's your guide, your coach, your mentor, your career counselor. It's an all-knowing part of you, and our role as human beings is to connect back into that so we're all-knowing again. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to connect into that part of you to relay back to you the answers to your question. Okay, so just bear with me 2 secs. Okay, there's a few messages comes out, and this is, I'm just pretty much going to relay exactly the words that I'm being given, okay? This is straight from your higher self. It says you're a very, very beautiful person and you want to give love. It's like you want to give love. You see a kitten, you want to give it love, yeah? You see a child crying and you want to give it love, yeah? And it's saying, start thinking along those lines. That's a really beautiful context to come from. Whereas a lot of people in your position start thinking from the paradigm or the context of what's going to bring me money, what's going to make me happy, what's going to please my parents. And a lot of those contexts, if you like, that space to come from leads people up the garden path. So your higher self wants you to be coming from, where can I give love? Okay, and that's really going to help you be able to assess every decision you make. So every decision or every career path is, do I get to give love here? And if the answer is no, then you don't go that way. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep, so that's the space to come from.
Okay.
All right, now I feel you've got a very specific question there. Where would you like to go?
I was just trying to think of examples where it would work, like what kind of...
Great. All right, so let's have a look. So that's the next question we can now pose directly to your higher self. So let's have a look what comes back there. Okay, so she doesn't want to give you the exact answer yet. She wants to build up. She wants this to be your decision, okay? So I use the word she because you're a she. Yeah, okay. So she's kind of saying, what about caring for kids? Okay, okay. How would you be if you were looking after kids like at a playgroup or something, or a childcare centre? How would that be?
I don't know if it'd really be in my comfort zone. Like, I love kids, but it's not really something that I'm just naturally good at.
Okay.
I think. It's not really something I've thought about doing. Like, I do love kids, but I don't think I'd really be comfortable.
All right.
Yeah,
so, okay, good.
I've looked at doing.
All right, that's good. So the next question she'd like to ask you, how do you feel about caring for adults?
It'd be harder than caring for kids.
Harder than caring for kids,
Yeah.
okay. What if your role was to care for kids that were needy? For example, kids in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I could do that. That'd be easier than just general, like, childcare.
And would you feel that's a loving environment where you get to give love?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And is that something that you would go, guess what I get to do today? I get to go and help all these beautiful kids.
Yeah, I think you would.
You
It'd
would?
be really rewarding, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's see if there's anything else your higher self would like to say on that one. No, she's just like, done.
Okay.
Do you have any questions on that?
I don't know, it's just surprising. It's something I've never thought about doing, and it's just like totally down a different path to where I've been heading. So,
and this is the challenge. It's like so many, whether it's adults or kids, are going, how do I please my parents? What's my school telling me to do? What's my principal telling me to do? What are the options at university? Whereas there are all these unknown or forgotten directions that are going to bring the most fulfillment. But unless you're talking directly to your soul, they remain unhidden. And until you get into your 30s or 40s, you're like, well, hey, this career's not bringing me anything.
Yeah.
What happened? And she's saying, it's not going to be your ultimate. You're not going to spend your entire life doing it, but it'll be a very beautiful experience, whether it's 3 months or 6 months or 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right, that's good. Something to think about.
Yeah. Do you have any questions on that?
No questions. I'm just thinking about how it would be and
Yep.
just imagining it.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's you will thrive in an environment where you can give love and people can receive it. That's the biggest thing for you, that it doesn't fall on deaf ears, that the person who's the recipient is giving it back. It becomes this exchange. You're giving love and they're bouncing it back at you, and you can see the joy in their eyes, and you get that joy and you're like, this is working for me, this is good. And it's very interesting because something very similar came up for your mum as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With giving love?
Well, you get to talk to her about that.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions about anything else?
How about something more specifically as like in the near future?
Sure.
What I'm going to be doing, because I don't know where I'm heading. I don't know what I'm doing.
So how long? Well, give me a time frame.
6 months.
Okay, so you'd like to know what you'll be doing in the next 6 months. Okay, cool. The message is you need to, it's like until you process and allow in what we've just discussed, it's kind of like I'm being shown there's this door there. It's like, why not that?
Okay.
Yeah. It's why not start making inroads to doing that, or why not find a way that you can do that immediately? So your higher self is, we've already discussed it.
Okay.
What do you mean? What are we going to be doing there? That's what we just spoke about.
Okay. That sort of take a long time to get into. That'd have to be training and studying and...
Well, why can't you start training now?
Because it's scary. It's something I've never thought about before, and then to just jump straight in and...
That's right. Well, that's why take the time that you need to process it. She's saying it won't be long. It might be 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. But you just need to start integrating it and having, it feels like the cells of your body start going, sparking up and coming alive at that thought. But it's kind of just hit you now. You're in the impact of it. Whereas over the next, few hours and days, it'll be, it does feel rewarding. I could do that. I would enjoy that. And then you'll know what to do.
Okay. So what about everything that I've been working towards down this whole other path of my career? I feel like I've been working towards that for so long, and now I'm just going to go and just leave that all behind. It's not going to happen. And
if you come from one space, that creates a very specific trajectory, okay? I'll give you an example. Let's have a look at what space you've been coming from. How do I please those around me? Can you relate to that? It's very subconscious. That's where a lot of our career decisions come from. It's this subconscious, in the background, a need to get a sense of love or a sense of validation, and then coming from that space equals that specific trajectory.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not where have I been coming from now and do I pursue that? If I come from the purest possible space, where is that going to take me? Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Beautiful. Any other questions?
Nothing that comes to mind. I'm just going to have to go home and think about it now. But
Yeah. Just
at the moment.
don't bust your brain around it. Like, don't talk yourself out of it because there's so much things to consider and, all that kind of old stuff. Just go about your day normally and just see what comes up for you. Chat to your mum and go, hey, this is what came up in my conversation with Daniel. Just see what comes up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
You can do that.
And that will be a springboard into other very big things as well. So don't look at your whole life in one slab, in one chunk, or you're looking at the here and now and what's been presented. Done.
Thank you.
My pleasure.